About fucking time. This technology is taking way too long to hook up and start live streaming. Alrighty. Can't even lock it or unlock it very easily. Alright, let's see how this. See if that works. Alright, good girl. Thank you, Annie, for keeping up, Mama. I don't like having multiple different types of leashes. Some of them have like locking mechanisms that slide one way and the other ones slide the other way, and it's really confusing. Yeah, shit. Alright, today's gonna be the test to see if this live stream is worth actually keeping, if it's gonna be consistent enough and not be too choppy with the video or the audio. I mean, the main reason I want the live stream is so that I don't have to go back and restate stuff and edit statements. I have this way that I'm sharing it. It's not cut up and yeah, so make sure it's discernible and understandable and worth me engaging with in the future. If it's not consistent, then I'm not going to mess with it. You guys want that pony quid? Networking with farms to work trade on, then it shouldn't be difficult regularly work trading for a farm that has meat sheep. If it has meat sheep, then I can and just work trade for, I don't know, he's smallest size and easiest to manage while he's breeding, and then after a complete heat cycle, he's you can see that they're not having their next heat cycle. Then you know that they are they got bred. And then you can butcher them and eat them. And that way, between the breeding rams, the two breeding rams, you would also have the lambs that would be half meat sheep. So you wouldn't have as much need in rehoming them because they're such pressure. Because like right now I'm hauling around this ram lamb back here because he is 100% sheep, and I really don't want to butcher him. That's so sad when it could be breeding entire farms. Is lambs and rehome the lambs, and the sad days that it takes for to the shepherd or the milker. I don't like that sad time, because like Annie here, and even a couple of days is unbearable. It's sad to witness. So third way, like what I've been trying to do is breed my own sheep with limited capacity to to hold on to the breedings that I'm looking for. Like I was trying to breed smaller sheep for the longest time because I was toting around by hand, and that was a lot more that was a lot more conducive walking around living out of pack boxes. Having a little bit smaller sheep didn't pull on my wiry arms quite as hard. But then now that I got this wagon and they're tethered to that, the name of my breeding game has been the opposite, and I've wanted them to have longer legs and walk more efficiently. And if they're bigger and they pull on these tethers, it's all right because they're just pulling on the wagon, and it's not pulling out on my arm. It's easier on me to have them bigger now, and it just makes more sense because the bigger they are, the more milk they're going to produce. So it makes sense to fill in the finite amount of tethering spots on my wagon, fill them out with larger, bigger producing animals. But yeah, so that was what I did first. I was trying to breed my own, and that proved to be pretty inefficient really quick because I don't have the capacity to bond to multiple generations, so I can't really do a very good job of breeding for the characteristics that I like because I can't go the scale that is needed to worthwhile endeavor. And then the second method that I just discussed was not having your own and just breeding with meat rams. But the third way would be to not breed them at all, not breed your dairy pets at all, but just work trade for dairy goats or dairy sheep that are already in milk, and you work trade for them, and then when they're done milking, then you rehome them for free to stop pushing into the yoke mark. Making it turn when she pushes it. And so yeah, those are the three ways of operating a mobile subsistence dairy shepherding operation I can think of. And yeah, so I don't know. The third way though is a lot more hands off. Lemmy. A lot more emotionally offhanded. Stop leaning into it. It's annoying. Like it pushes on it. I gotta push back. There you go. Lemmy, come on! Don't make me tether you. I got your tethering point, and I'm trying to give you freedom. But yeah, the third way allows for you to not inevitably be so sad when you lose a pet, because if you're just work trading or buying milkers who are in milk, and then when they dry up in a year or whatever, you're rehoming them for free to a farm that wants to rebreed them. Then if you lose one, it's not nearly as difficult to deal with like the first mode of operation, where you're hauling around your own ram and you're specifically trying to breed dairy sheep to dairy ram, dairy used to dairy ram, and yeah, if you get even one generation in there and then you lose one of those, it's like when I lost Happy, that was really hard because Happy was my third generation lamb, like, and I've had fourth, and I could see those being even more difficult. The more generations you have, the more you have memories with the siblings, and it's just it's really hard. So I could see just having pet milkers that you pick up, so to speak, when they're in milk, and then rehoming them to farms that will keep them alive and keep them happy, seems like the most sustainable way to do what I'm doing out of those three ways. If there's a fourth way that I'm not really mentioning, I'll comment about it, and hopefully I can see it in the comments, because I'm pretty sure that those three ways are the ways that... Would you stop touching into this? I don't understand. It's not like comfortable, it's not padded. It's even got like a stake sticking out. Is it because I sheared you on that side? Are you trying to scratch yourself while walking or something? It's the only thing I can think of. She occasionally gets in the mood to lean, and then occasionally she'll get in the mood to be pulling it off the opposite direction, off to the far side. It's nice when you're just walking in between like this. Thank you. So ridiculous. Ram's ridiculous to try to keep. Not respect how consistent and desirable it was.